In our last video, we converted the core concept of repartitioning and coalesce, breaking down the theory of how repartitioning applied to the data frame. We also see why it triggers a shuffle and how data behave across different executors. Then we jump into the practical side. We saw the action and look behind the scene using the explain keyword. In continuation of that, today's video. Hello to world, welcome back to another video. So in this video, we are going to discuss about job, staging and task in Apache Spark. Okay, and why this is important because irrespective of our interviews, this is the thing which will help you in orchestration, and orchestration is something which is asked mostly in all the interviews at Apache Spark. Okay, so you are already aware that we have a action with us, right? We have actions with us, and actions are the one which is going to hit and will create up are going to execute our plan. Basically, which plan? The physical plan. And these plans we have already seen in our previous video, and we have seen this multiple times now. Okay, so whenever the action is hit, right, it is going to create a job for us. Okay, what the action is going to do? It is going to create a job for us, and the job will be there for us in place. Okay, and this job will contain multiple things, and here is the important part of that. So the first thing is it consists of stages actually. Okay, if I talked about this and I write about stages, S-T-A-G-E-S, stages. Okay, let me put it here now, perfectly aligned. So it has multiple stages with it. Okay, somewhat like this, different stages, and it will have the number of stages depend upon the transformations which we are trying to do. Okay, that's the important point to know. So how much in transformation you are trying to do is the number of stages in your job. Cool. So this number of stages basically contain our transformation. What kind of transformation? We have already discussed. This will have two kind of things. One is our narrow transformation. Okay, transformations, and it will also have a wide transformation for us. Okay, it will also have wide transformation. So basically all the narrow transformation will come into a single stage, that is your filter, your select. If you're doing this kind of transformation, they usually come inside a single stage. Okay, that's the major difference if you are doing any kind of narrow transformations. So let me write it here. Select, you are doing select, you are doing filter. Okay, that will come into a single stage. It will come into a single stage. But when you are trying to do any aggregation, right, you're trying to do any join, you have something where you are joining. Okay, so it will come to a single stage. If you're trying to do a group by, it will come to a single stage. Okay, group by. So these stages are nothing but our transformations, as simple as that. Okay, after that stages as well, right? After that stages as well, we have the task associated with them. So stages contain tasks, like it will tell what you have to perform basically. So stages has the task associated to them. Okay, and the tasks are something which is linked to these stages in these transformations. That is very straightforward, right? So this is how it's look like in the picture. Whenever you hit an action, a job is created. A different stages has also been created. From these stages, they will contain either a narrow transformation or a wide transformation. If it is a wide transformation, single wide transformation will come into a single stage. If it is a narrow transformation, a single select, filter, these kind of transformation will club together and come into a single stage. Okay, so this is how our jobs are being created. Now this task is the thing which I want to discuss more about it. Okay, so task is nothing but it is associated with the number of partitions. Okay, so let's say I'm doing a group by here. Okay, so group by default create 200 partitions. Okay, so this is how task is created, and irrespective of this, it is not going to use 200 partitions. That you also know, right? If your data is not that great, by great I mean here is it is not that huge, so it is not going to create 200. It is going to utilize those 200 partitions, right? It is going to coalesce them. That is where this is the place where optimization is being done by Spark. We are not going to use 200 partition. It is going to make it to 10 to 15 to 20, whatever it is required. That's it. Else partition will be discarded itself. Okay, so this is how it is going to, create partitions and work for us. So if, for example, if I take one example for mine, let me take the code for reading the file. Okay, this we have gone through multiple times. Let me paste it over here. So this is my code for reading the file. Okay. And what I'm doing what I'm doing over here is I am loading a file from our volume, correct? So this is the file which I am going to load for our volume, right? And let me make it more readable for you guys. I will just remove the whole path like this. Okay. And put it down. So what we are doing, we are reading. So this is one action, action one. What is action one? The read API. Okay. Then I have the second action, that is inferred schema. Action two, sorry, load. I'm loading the data, right? So this is action two, action two, action two. So this is how action are hit and jobs are created for us. Okay. So in simpler term, I will say if there is one job for you, okay, then it will have one job is very equivalent to one stage plus one task plus one task. At least one task it will have. If it has stage, it will have at least one task. Mandatory thing. Okay. It will have at least. So you can even write it at least. Okay. So this is how the picture look like in a broader way. One job is equivalent to one stage plus one task. And the stages contain, what stage will contain? Stage will contain transformations for us. Depend now it is an arrow or a white. If it is a white transformation, it will get a completely different stage for itself, a group by or a join. If it is an arrow transformation, it will club it together. Okay. So this is how the concept of our job stages and tasks work in Apache Spark. Hopefully you might have got the clear understanding of this. And if you have any doubt, please do comment below and let me know your thoughts over this video and how your understanding over this video has been developed. Okay. Thank you for watching the video. See you in the next one.